Bam, we're live. Jason Hopper wins the event. Brent Fikowski, Pat Vellner, Travis Mayer, Yella Hosta, Dallin Pepper, Ricky Garrard, Tudor Magda, Bjorgvin, Carl Goodmanson, and Bailey Martin. That's the top 10 for the men. John Young, hi. From JY Barbell. Oh, I can't hear John.
You're muted.
CrossFit Crash, Jared Howell, Taylor Self. Caleb, what's up? Live from the event. Souza, good to see you.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, dude?
Sevan, what do you wear from the top, from like bottom down when you do a podcast?
Well, it's funny. I'm so glad I put on nice pants because I was working out in my old man long johns and watching this event. I'm like, you know what? I should at least dress up a little bit. So I put on all new clean clothes. You're just in your undies?
Yeah, I go undies. I better go in undies today.
Professional. And you leave the closet. Do you even have a door on that closet?
It's a fucking standing desk, bro. Look, see?
Inside a closet?
All right, dude. Whatever. I live in the fucking hood.
J.R. Howell. We just watched not Strongman. Individual event number 5. That puts us directly at the midpoint for the 2023 Rogue Invitational. The duel. Originally, was there a rope in that workout? A rope climb? So it's a little bit of a sprint. It's a up and over some logs, and it's it's up and over some logs, a little bit of a sprint, and then lift 3 heavy bags, and then there was going to be a rope in it. How much do you think not having the rope in the event changed the outcome of the winners? We'll start with women first. We had Danny Spiegel won it for the women. Would she have still won it, you think? She a good rope climber?
I just have to say before I even address the rope climb question.
Yeah.
Above all, with the males and females, the most impressive thing that I saw the whole time was how athletic Danny moved on the logs. It was incredible. Like,
how come no one did you see anyone else even use her technique? She was rolling over it like water and everyone else was jumping over it.
I mean,
she had this
every
electric
time.
slide on the second one that nobody could replicate.
It was really impressive to watch just how fluidly she got over, no mistakes made. And then when everyone gets to the bag, it just kind of becomes a who can handle the bag the fastest, unless there was a slip up. Your question about the rope climb, though, what would have been really interesting to see is if there were any females that chose to do it legless, because legless is faster. If you can do it fast, it's faster. I think all the men would have chosen to do it legless, so that they could just get to the top and touch, come down faster. So I would have been interested to see how many women were able to incorporate that strategy just to get down and get to the bags quicker. And for the men, it would have just been interesting to see the descent efficiency. Because on something like that, when there's only one, it's not as much the speed up sometimes as it can be the speed down. So I think there just would have been another variable. It would have been another opportunity to mess up. It would have been another opportunity to like jump from far away after the last log and almost be swinging on the rope versus taking the half second to make sure you're jumping from directly under. There's just a lot more variables that come in, with a workout that's sub 23 seconds, even adding 3 or 4 seconds to it really changes it.
So let me just be clear, going back to Danny Spiegel's athleticism, strong start. I saw how she went over the log. I saw when she picked the bag up, she didn't make extra movements. Like she literally picked the bag up and she didn't do the adjustments that a lot of other people do when they pick up a big bag. Like they make a second movement or a third movement to get it into position to lift. Hers was more of a pick and set in. And then I started going over the log, which was like a waterfall. But what's this slide you're talking about? You mean when you saw her sliding underneath one of the logs?
Watch how far ahead of everyone she starts on her starting mat too. Or at least maybe that was just against Laura. Like, see, look at lane 4. See, lane 4 is off to the side of their starting mat.
Oh, right. Okay, so not that slide you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can you replay? Yeah, replay that one.
It's the smoothness of this first log for sure, because right there she's already gapped.
If you count the steps after
Can
the
you
first log,
rewind
it's like left,
Does
right,
she-
dive. It is
Yeah,
so
does she turn?
fast.
Does she turn? Like, does she go one leg over, turn
Yep.
her body? She does a 180. Yep, 180.
Yeah.
1, 2,
And then
interesting.
dive.
Slides right underneath.
Now go to the third
it's
log.
not the hop log. It's not the hop log that
She
It's
goes
the
one
turn.
leg over. You can't do that as a guy.
No, I know, but
'Cause
she
you're
was so
cock and
much
balls, you
faster
think?
Yeah,
because
you're gonna
she
fuck your
survived.
nuts up. I would have crushed that event because I don't have any. I tuck.
Right. So JR, where do you think she's just making up a little bit of time everywhere? She's proficient at everything, and then she doesn't even have transitions. It's just all one fluid movement, is what you're saying.
Well, one thing about the side view camera angle that they would show a lot during the sprint was if someone was truly trying to sprint to their bag, they would close a little bit of a gap left after the logs. She's not slow at all. So she's going through the logs the most efficiently. She's running hard to the bags. And then when she gets to the bag, if she's getting there even with someone or a little bit ahead of everyone else, there's no one that's going to catch her.
One of the comments in our group chat was that this was all big girls except for Danielle Brandon. Was this a bigger, stronger athlete event?
I mean, I think if you take
Brent,
if you don't take height into consideration, because a rope climb, getting up over something and loading something to something that's a certain height is more beneficial to a longer athlete. Even if you take height out of it, removing one gymnastics element typically is going to make it easier for bigger, stronger athletes.
Let me get a quick little divergence here, and we're going to come back and keep talking about the girls. Let me just show you this too. This just popped up. The overall standings for the men. Pat Vellner currently leads with 400. Fikowski 360 in second. Bjorgvin, Carl Goodmanson 345. Adler 340. Noah Olsen 320. Now look what's happened there. We keep talking about these top five in this tier. And now we have a Roman who's been pushed out of it, who I don't think anyone think would be. And we have Travis Mayer, who's come down from 10th and shown that consistency pays off as time goes on.
Is Roman from Antarctica?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
And there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of action later on tonight. Like if you look at 3 and 5 specifically, traditionally you don't think of them as strength athletes, especially with power lifts. So I'm like, you're going to see still a ton of shifting tonight after the deadlift.
We don't think of Adler doesn't Adler have a tremendous deadlift?
He does. I said 3 and 5. So BKG and Noah.
Noah.
Okay.
Wow, Jason cracked the top 10. Oh yeah, Jason sucks.
Let's go back to the ladies. So specifically Danielle Brandon, she made it in there with that group, although she may have not been with those women in terms of their size and power. That was just sheer athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider her a top 3 athlete in the female sport in general.
So she made up her time on the go, the logs, and the sprint.
Yeah, and she wasn't bad on the sandbag at all, I didn't think. Like, it didn't look like she was taking an extra second when she lapped it or anything like that. She looked pretty clean.
There were some pretty fun falls to watch. We saw Paige Semenza take a pretty cool fall. I think everyone who fell also recovered with quite a bit of grace. So we saw Victor Hoffer do a cartwheel.
Yeah, he was super smooth with that.
Who's
Did he fall on his
this?
head? It looked like he fell on his. This is Roman? No.
Is this
Is that
Paige?
Roman?
Caleb?
Paige Semenza.
Oh, wow.
Paige Semenza.
Same thing. Roman Page.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at Paige's.
Oh,
Who's
it's kind of.
It's
She's in the
choppy.
second lane in. No, it's
okay.
It's right behind this pillar.
Oh, is this
She's
true?
vaulted.
Is this true? James Watson, has the deadlift been moved to Sunday? Are we so
Whoa.
far off schedule? Can anyone confirm that?
Did you see the text that we just got, Sevan?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not,
I
That's-
don't think that's true because
I don't
Susan and I
think it-
just got a text from an athlete saying who we asked to come on who says, I'm sorry, I can't. We have a briefing and a tight turnaround. Okay. Will you let the athlete know that if they change their mind, they can just jump on? Thank you. Hey, and even ask them, maybe even ask them if the deadlift's still on for tonight. Maybe just ask the athlete that. Okay. Thank you. Wyatt Begay. Been a while, buddy. Haven't seen you around in a while. Lucky I'm picking you. Mr. Wyatt, please stand up and ask your question. Hi, Sevan. Jeffrey Adler is lucky he didn't break his wrist on his fall. Did he fall? Did anyone see that?
Yeah, he fell on the very first. I mean, his only, right? His only.
He was one and done.
Go at it. Yeah, 3 of the top 5 guys, I think, got out. That were that got through the bye.
Good. Keep giving them a bye.
Okay, let's talk about that really quick. We're going to make the presupposition that giving the athletes the bye is supposed to help them and reward them for being in the top 5. Is that correct? Do we all agree on that? Okay. Then why give them a bye when you know each round the athletes are getting faster and they're getting one less rep of practice?
Dude, I don't know that the bye, like after watching this and watching the first 2 years,
Yeah.
it's been evident for 3 years that the bye is not that advantageous. So I wonder if they do it to create dramatization of.
So the presupposition is wrong, is what you're saying. It's actually to punish them, because that's what the proof is pointing at. Am I correct?
I think it's giving the other athletes an advantage. To me,
And we know that because they're getting faster each round,
Right.
right?
Right.
They're making tweaks, subtle tweaks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hopper's first time was like 22:35, and his last time was 19.
More efficient with each rep, with each go around.
Yeah, and I mean, I almost think if Tia goes in the first heat, then she doesn't have such a poor finish that she did, because that was her first go around, and she needed to be faster.
Nah, she sucks.
So JR, are we overthinking it? Is it like, hey, we just don't give a fuck? We're doing a bye because it works out better as we go down the reduction and we pick these 5? Or do you think that there is some thought to that? Like, why do you think they give the bye?
I think just that's because of what the bye is significant of in every other sport. If you make the final field of 64, and you don't have to play the play-in rounds in basketball, it's because you were better than everyone else. If you get a bye in tennis, it was because you were ranked higher than everyone else coming in. So I think it's just like, that's how we do it.
A match in a game doesn't equal 20 seconds.
Sure.
Right. And this bye is
Yeah, I
hurting
get it.
them.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I don't think this is true, Jedediah. We'll get to the bottom of this right now. I thought this for a split second, and then I think I unfucked myself. Jedediah Snelson is saying you could argue they're guaranteed a top 15 finish. I don't think so, right? Because if they have the worst time, they're still
No.
putting 20th.
Because
It
the
does
bottom
guarantee
five, out of the first
Right.
round are already cut.
No, so even if you have a worse time than them,
Even if you get in the second round, right?
Yeah, you don't have a
shit.
time. You have a
Wow.
placing.
Wow.
Right. It's a placing. It's so
Wow.
yeah, they're
I'm
not.
not digging the buy at all.
I dig the bye because now Tia's fucking 5 points ahead of Laura only. Or
And
10 points.
after the deadlift,
I love it.
Laura's going to be ahead.
Bye is
Laura's
sick.
going to be ahead by 10 points after
Yeah,
the deadlift.
Adler's in 4th. Pat's winning. The bye is dope.
Well, Velner would have. I mean, Velner.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
That
The
bye
bye's
didn't hurt
sick.
Velner.
Hey, did Elena get booted for a false start? Is that what happened?
Elaine, I thought it was someone else. Elena
Elaine-
Cartala.
Yeah. Did someone get booted? Let me ask that. Did someone get booted for a false start? I thought one of the women got booted for a false start.
I did hear that. I did hear either Sean or Adrian say that on the free stream, but I don't remember which athlete it was.
Which is weird because a couple of the men false started, it seemed.
I saw. I think I saw Murad and Jay Crouch false start.
Mm-hmm.
Is that who you guys saw? You
Yep.
think?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Jake
Murad for
Crouch
sure.
started.
Okay.
Did they just get time added to their score or anything? Do we
No, it
know
didn't
what
look
happened?
like they even got a penalty.
No, yeah,
to me.
And it didn't look at like from the stands. It didn't look like they were having like extra time or anything, talking with them at all. Like I didn't see anything like that.
DQ.
There was a discrepancy about Hopper not touching the box or not, and
Right.
I'm very happy that they let him through because
Yeah.
he's the best person at the
Right.
event.
Zach, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Whoa,
JR.
buddy, be cool.
Bring it
cool.
down.
Be cool.
I was gonna say after watching.
Lower.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on.
Scoot it.
I think I could help you out. Okay, talk now.
Now talk normal. Now you can talk normal again.
Yeah.
Talk normal. Good.
That's good.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good.
you're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
six.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to
No, I
us.
was just gonna say I think it was pretty obvious that the chip timer was the end all. The box was there as a fail safe in case there were technical difficulties, they lost Wi-Fi, whatever, and the chip timers didn't work. They would still have the judge's stopwatch and the touch of the box as a backup.
You see me fucking with the volume the same time you're trying. I'm fighting with Souza over your volume.
No, Caleb,
No,
Caleb.
I
Oh,
was, yeah.
I realized what you guys are doing when you were like, I was like, wait, oh, I see.
Tell me about the chip timer again. What were you saying, JR, in the box? Tell me.
I was saying I think that the chip timer was still the end all be all. Whenever they crossed,
Yes.
that was
Box was
that
irrelevant.
was the
Dude,
time.
right.
That
Yeah,
the
the
box
box is
was
relevant.
the box was there in case they lost connection with the chip timer. So they told all the athletes, "Hey, touch the box. We'll have a stopwatch time for that, just in case the chip fails."
His judge was just being way extra.
And there are all these everybody in the comments like, oh, you can false start. You can't false start, but you get to just miss the box.
Okay.
It-
Okay, if that's the truth, let's look. Can we look at that slow mo of Laura and Danny?
All of her
Because
starting.
well, I just think that Laura's foot crosses that line. Where is the chip? Is it in their shoe?
It's on their
It's on
ankle.
around their ankle.
You mean Ariel?
No. He
Oh,
meant
was it?
Spiegel.
Maybe it was Ariel and Spiegel. Maybe it was Ariel and Spiegel. You're right.
It's not
Oh,
crossed.
You can't tell. It's so hard to tell.
But I mean, she steps on it. She doesn't like cross the line. It might have not made the sensor go off.
Why? So at the very end of us, how long was that event? The men's and women's event?
In total,
Yeah, in total. Did we just spend 2 hours with that?
I mean, it
Yeah.
too long.
Yes, we
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so here we have this remarkable event, this fun event. Everyone loves to see a quick sprint, and there were two factors that were holding it back. I don't want to, get too down on this, but the angle, I feel like we never saw that angle. We never saw that angle either. The angles were so bad. At one point, I'm like, "What?" I was like, "Hey, it's not even worth watching." And then the distance in between the events was making it hard to keep up on what was going on too. Why didn't they change at the very end? Adrian Conway goes, "This is the very end." They're showing a replay of the men's event, and Adrian says, "Wow, here's a good angle," and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And it was the overhead angle, right? It was the parking lot.
The Skyview angle.
Yeah, it was basically the way they showed the Masters at the games.
I think that's how they should have showed it the whole time and just had their names up at the top.
Me
with their
too.
with their times going, and then you can
Me
see
too.
the time stop as the chip goes off.
That side angle was absolutely atrocious. So it makes me wonder, by the way, who was making that call, because as soon as you saw it after the first or second heat, someone should have been like, "Hey, we can't tell what's going on." But instead, they kept us there for 2 hours with that side cam. It was bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't
overhead view
okay.
was far superior.
Say it again.
It was far superior, the overhead view.
Oh.
And then the one time they did use it, right as the race got good, they cut back to the shitty angle again. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Hey, I'm going to be a little harsh here. That's like that person has to be let go from their job. That person's completely incompetent. I could understand doing it once or twice, but whoever's in that feedback loop or whoever was in charge of choosing that camera for the start of the race, like, completely fucking unacceptable. Wad Zombie, is Caleb Holmes getting homesick? Who is feeding the people chained up at his house? At the Shadigan?
You can go 72 hours without food. So
That's gross. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. You're freaking
Probably
out.
longer than that,
Sam Smith,
For sure.
in 20-second races, you need wide shots, not close up. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Absolutely. You
Dude.
would be able to see the whole field pretty much the whole time if you could do it.
you don't have time for 5 different camera angles. It was almost like it was like some geek who was geeking out on the fact he had 5 camera angles and he was excited, wanted to show them all. Jason Miller, press and for frame by frame adjustment on YouTube. Oh, press
press
period.
dot and comma.
Oh, dang. Thank you. Wow. He paid us to teach us that?
wow, thanks, dude.
Yeah, shit.
279.
Dude, so go back. Let's check that fucking chip timer.
We still couldn't see Ariel because from that shot, Ariel, I think, is blocking Danny.
Here
The
it is, I
premium
got
does have those angles, and I had the premium, but I just couldn't be bothered to switch.
But which
Look at
angle
that.
Oh,
is
there
the
we go.
chip timer
Okay,
on?
so look. So that is Ariel. So if I told you who won that race, the girl in the foreground or the girl in the background, who would
Wow.
you say?
Wow, 100% Ariel.
Sure.
Wait, and
Yeah.
timeout. Is this the fourth round?
Is it on her left or her right?
Well, is this the fourth round?
Oh, I see what you're saying, Jared. Because if it's on the left foot, Danny's
Yeah.
eating with the left foot across the line, and Ariel
Exactly.
getting the
Well,
right foot
let's
across
see.
the
Let's
line.
see when that foot gets across the line.
Typically, it is the left.
If it's a fucking race, then Ariel wins. She touched the line first.
I agree. If
I don't
it's
give
a
a
race,
fuck about the chip
yeah,
timer. That's
thank
some
you.
dumb fucking cuck
thank
shit.
you.
They all
Thank
know
you.
that they have the chip timer though.
I don't care, dude. She
Ariel
won
what?
the
will not
race.
There
throw
you
Is
go.
her
this in the
left leg
fourth
over
round?
the chip timer.
Was this in the fourth round? Where only
I
two
don't know what
people
round it
move
was.
on?
But should
Mm,
but are
round
you saying
down.
they should just wear chip timers on both legs?
So it
and their
doesn't.
neck and their hands.
Ultimately,
and
this
I
doesn't
have 'em
matter
on my-
because
on my
Danny
front tail.
Spiegel. Ultimately, this doesn't matter because Danny wins out again and again after this. But Ariel beats her here.
Well, someone was asking as if this is the fourth round. Did only one of them progress from here?
But Laura
Mhm.
had already progressed, or was she in a different heat?
Okay,
She was in a.
okay.
No, because if it was the fourth heat, they would have been in the same heat, Laura and Danny.
Okay.
So this is the third round. Doesn't really matter.
Shout out to Emily.
Oh,
shout
here we
out
go. 205.
But go to
Okay. Shout
to
out
the-
to, shout out to Audrey and Seema. Good to meet you guys today. Told you I'd make it to a live show sometime. Emily, cool. Awesome. Good to see you, Emily.
Can we go to the starting mat of the final round between Danny and Laura? Because there's something really crazy there.
Tell me what.
Well, just fucking Laura starts 5 feet behind her starting mat, and Danny starts like 4 feet ahead of her.
And
3,
that's on
2, 1.
Laura though, right?
Yeah, but I just think it's stupid because if Laura's starting in the center of her mat, she wins the workout. No, and it's
in the
it's like
first heats, they were all at the back of their mat.
that's
like
what I'm
the-
saying. So what was the fuck up between
That
judges
Danny should have
briefing
started in the back of her mat.
or yeah, right, or Laura on her mat?
No,
But why
Laura.
is-
No, that's on Laura. Danny's just making the best out of every opportunity.
But they all started on the back of the mat in the first heats. Like the video we just watched, they all were on the back of their mat, including Danny Spiegel.
Right.
But-
So if
But
they
don't you
briefed
think
him,
the
hey,
starting
you
rules
have to
were-
start at the back of the mat. If they briefed them,
No,
that,
no, I don't think that. If you were making the rules, you wouldn't say start at the back of the mat. You would be like, hey, you can start anywhere on the mat, but you have to have a hand
then
on
why
the
would
ball.
they all
Yeah.
be back
She's 2
there?
feet behind her.
Because maybe
What
they
the
just did it. Maybe they just did it subconsciously and didn't realize till later on.
Zoom in on that, Caleb. Is she? Yeah, she's not even
No.
on her mat. So what I'm
That's-
saying doesn't even make sense.
So that's not something you just subconsciously do. You don't walk and start behind your shit. Like someone told her to do that.
Good.
She's no, dude.
The only other thing I could think of would be
What?
that the mats were slick because I saw Brent starting on the grass a lot, and like that initial acceleration, if the mat was slippery at all, they just didn't want to deal with it, so she started off the mat.
But let me ask you this: is Taylor just being a hater because Danny's fucking being a smart athlete?
No, I think he asked a legitimate question, like if they're all doing it and the person he's talking about was doing it initially, why didn't they make them continue to do it?
And she won by less than that.
So Taylor, what would you say if you were at Rogue? How would you have started this event? Everyone has to. Would you like the rules that I have? Hey, you have to be on the mat, and one hand has to be on the box. Other than that, you're good to go.
Danny Spiegel disqualified if I was running it. I would probably say you all need to be. I don't know, one or the other, but you all got to fucking do it. Not choose, not pick your poison, not player's choice. To the left of your fucking starting mat with your right hand on the tower, or on the center of your starting mat with your right hand on the tower. One of the two.
Caleb, are there drunk people fighting around you?
No, somebody's given us some.
Oh, is that Leah Baz?
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
what's going on. What's going on in the media room? Everything cool? You got a live shooter?
Yeah. No, they're telling us that we can go on the floor for this one for the next event for the deadlift stuff.
So
So
fucking time.
yeah, right.
Can
Last
you
year she
stream
told me
it?
I
Can
had
you
a pod-
Instagram stream it from the Sevan Podcast Instagram account?
Probably not. They've been cracking down pretty hard on us.
Oh,
on you guys?
Yeah, they won't let us. Yeah, they're watching us pretty
Okay,
closely. I
I'll
think.
stream for the barbell spin account.
let us quiet, John. Can we pull up the leaderboard and see the ladies leaderboard before we switch over to the men? Let's talk about what's going on here. Do we have a competition here, or is this just a glitch in the matrix? And Tia will get back on the horse. This is just Glitch in the matrix. Tia Toomey, 420. Laura Horvat, 410 in second place. Emma Lawson in third, 365. Gabriella Magawa, 335. Emma Carey, 320. Ariel Lowen, 293. 300. 300. So the top 6 are those are the gals. Those are the girls, right? Maybe Gazan needs to get up there between Lowen and Christine Kohlenbrander.
I think the deadlift there will be major shifts.
John, gun to
Yeah.
your head. Going into tomorrow, who's first, who's second?
Laura Horvath all day.
So Laura's gonna beat Tia by more than what? 2 spots?
Yeah, I think I take the gun away from my head and I'll say Laura Horvath.
Wow. You don't even
I
need a
think-
gun, bro.
That's
I don't
strong.
yeah. If you just want to look at me hard, I'll say Laura.
Hey,
I think Christine Kohlenberger gets between them. And who else?
I
Alex
think Christine
Gazan.
Danny-
Kohlenbrander
Danny
could
Danny
win the
Spiegel.
event.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think Tia's pulling 415. Do you guys? You
No.
really think she's pulling full capacity?
wait,
will
so
not-
you
I
think
will not-
Laura's
I
going to
will-
win this? Are you guys saying Laura's going to win this?
No,
The
but I
deadlift?
think she's one of the girls that can win it. I think there are 4 girls who can win the deadlift, and Laura's going to be in the mix, and Tia's not going to be in the mix. And
I think Laura wins the deadlift.
I'm banking. There's 2 people in between them.
Banking.
There's no
disagree,
way.
JR?
There's no way I will underestimate Mrs. Toomey Orr's capabilities.
It's 2 hours. Roll your R.
What do you think Tia pulls? Best guess.
Tia's deadlift?
Yeah.
I think you're
395?
crazy. Danny's going to win this.
No fucking way, dude.
Who's got it then? Who's got it then, Taylor?
Laura.
The deadlift?
Yeah, dude. Laura's winning the deadlift.
I
No,
think
I think
there are
Danny.
4 girls who win the deadlift. I'm picking Kohlenbrander to win the deadlift.
I was gonna say I think Kohlenbrander's the top 3 for sure.
But I say it's going to go Kohlenbrander, Laura, and then Danny Spiegel, and then Alex Kazan, and then Freyova, and then one other person that I'm not naming, and then Tia.
I mean, I think if it was a more technical lift, I'd agree with you. But just since it's just a deadlift and you just need that brute pure strength to pull it off the ground, we saw Danny do it with a log. And I mean, that I don't know. I think she's just going to pull heavier than these other girls. And I think she's got some momentum coming after that win, too.
Who are you not naming?
There'll just be a girl that I'm not thinking about, is what I'm saying.
There's only
Oh,
20. How can
okay.
you not think about him?
No, I just didn't know that the deadlift was that good. I
So
don't
we
know
just got
everything about
report-
everybody, Taylor. It's hard to know what I know already.
We just got a report that the deadlift is on, by the way. So I don't know what the schedule says, Caleb. But we're hearing from an athlete that they're being briefed on tie breaks for the deadlift right now. So
Max reps at 315, 225 in a minute
Oh,
window.
that would be so terrible. That would be so bad.
Schedule said it's starting at 6:10.
And maybe not Freyova. Freyova's really, really sick. I've gotten news. Like vomiting hard sick.
Okay.
But a deadlift,
Fuck it. Puke on the way up, baby.
yeah.
Let it rip. You ever shit yourself on a deadlift?
No, Taylor.
Okay, dude. So that's why you only deadlift what you deadlift, dude.
Maybe
Get a little of
maybe-
that back action when
Yeah.
you're pulling from the floor, dude.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
If you ain't shit, you ain't trying.
okay, let's go over let's go down one. Let me ask you one more person's deadlift. What about sitting in 10th place, Manon Angonese? Is that the one you're not thinking of?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know enough about her. I don't know how good she is at deadlift.
Paige Semenza looks strong.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. There are girls that I just don't know how good they deadlift. And I figure there will be one in there that I don't know.
I really want to see Laura beat Kohlenbrander because I think
In the
Kohlenbrander
deadlift?
is the safe pick. Not safe. Like she's like when you
Dude,
think
I
who's
don't think
this
there's a safe
raw
pick.
strength. I don't know. When I think raw strength of the field, I'm thinking Kohlenbrander. Unless it's a bench, then you're thinking Alex Kazan. But I just hope.
I'd
I
put
think it would
Spiegel
be a
in there
statement.
too.
Huh?
Hey, did we confirm
I'd
it's a,
put Spiegel in there too. Raw strength.
did we confirm it's a ladder? Are they going to keep progressively lifting up?
Kotler
its
said it
amount?
was a ladder.
So that could play a factor in this too, because once they get to that top end strength, it's also going to be more about who could continuously pull at that really high end. as opposed to just setting the bar out of weight.
Depends how long they wait. Maybe let it give them.
Johnny says Kyra Milligan looks like she has a nice
No, she has a nice
deadlift.
squat.
Oh, okay. Jessica Valenzuela, can we talk about Lauren Fisher? She has been impressive all weekend. Hold on a second. Let me see. 8th place.
She has
She
been.
has
impressive
been.
all
I
weekend.
think she's
Yeah.
been the most impressive person that regards to expectations that we have seen.
Did she try to go individual last year?
Yep.
Yeah,
And how did that play out for her?
she didn't qualify.
I don't mean
Not
that. I'm not trying to be a
not
dick.
well.
Okay. So she's making another run at it, is basically. And did she came through the qualifier? She's here as a outsider.
Will any women pee themselves doing this?
Yeah, she qualified through the queue. Sevan.
Okay. Christine Kohlenbrander has a 17th place finish. That is the worst finish in the top.
Are we not going to address Taylor's pelvic floor integrity question?
12. No.
Dude, what? It was a serious question.
Let's go to the men's leaderboard. If we have time,
you could
if
bet
we
on
have
anybody
time,
doing that. Who
if
would
we
you
have
bet
time,
on,
we'll talk
Taylor?
about medical issues that could occur: hemorrhoids, peeing,
We'll stay away from
lifting the bar up over the balls, things like that. I don't think we have any experts in that category. Are you an expert in that, Mr. Howell?
Magnus Holmgren wants to pay us to see 2 men touching each other in the comments.
Here we go. I got the button now. We're good.
Pat Vellner sitting in first place. Brent Fikowski, Bjorgvin, Carl Goodmanson. Okay, let's stop there. Man, dude, the guy's been around forever. A 12th, a 7th, a 6th, a 2nd, and a 9th gets him a 3rd place
Crazy consistent.
with five events.
Dude,
He's
look at
5
Pat.
points ahead of the fittest guy in the world.
Look at Pat.
John, going into the games, I know you and Brian did a show on it. I remember Brian saying he had him picked as a top 10 at the games if he wouldn't have been injured. Did you also have him like still top 10 at the games?
BKG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had him like 8th.
So it just
7th or 8th.
shows you like he's still there and he's like his fitness isn't waning. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I don't think he's less fit at all. I think I just had a bad showing.
Oh, what was the 4th event again?
The handstand push-up one.
Yeah, gymnastics.
4, 8, 12.
Yep.
10th
4 muscle ups, 8 handstand push-ups.
Okay, and that one he took a second, and basically he told the field, "Hey, I'm world class." The only person who beat him was Noah Olson. He beat
Yeah,
the champ
and-
by 6 places.
Yep.
And was it a back injury at the games?
A back spasm. He said,
Okay.
and like from what I've heard is like he just gets these sometimes where if it's just it can get aggravated enough and then it spazzes out and he can't do anything. Like it's like he can't even walk when it happens. And then if it goes away, he's fine. But if it's there, it's he can't do anything. So
Let's talk about the worst placed athlete who has a 1st place. He has a 6th, a 19th, a 4th, a 17th, and a 1st. He's been accused by this group of not giving it his all. Jason Hopper.
when have we
Look
said
at
that?
those numbers.
We said that about the last event.
I said it. I said he went into it thinking he wasn't going to do well, and that held him back.
In that first heat, he even crossed the finish line like he didn't fucking understand the fucking event. Like he jogged across the finish line. Like he didn't realize, like, hey, dude, your time matters. He missed the box.
I'm gonna call that.
Is he
Hopper
Sarah?
gets
Is he
seventh.
Sarah Sigmund's daughter?
No.
Oh.
dude.
The male Sarah
No,
Sigmund's
he's
daughter?
not Sarah Sigmund's daughter.
He's all this promise, and he's just squandering it away by forgetting to touch the box, jogging across the finish line.
Well, A, he's never podiumed at the games. Sarah has.
Right.
B, that's also kind of like, I love how we all take that as such a massive insult.
Well, it shouldn't be. It is and it isn't. It shouldn't be because she's fucking
Right.
amazing, right?
Not
is
one of the
amazing.
fittest women ever. No.
She is amazing.
But she's been her own worst enemy.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. No surprise though that Jason won, right? Soon as we saw the girls go, we knew, oh shit, Hopper's gonna win this event, right?
We thought
you
he'd
guys
be
say?
good. I did not
Yeah.
win the event. I thought he kind of dominated. Like he got better.
He
Me
killed
too.
everybody.
I thought he
Yeah.
dominated too. Yep.
killed.
And like Roman didn't dominate. Hosta didn't dominate. Mayer was like the second best looking one, I thought, once he got to the bags.
Yep.
I know.
Did somebody pick Chandler to win this?
Brian,
was me.
Brian Friend also picked Chandler to win this. Fun fact.
This
I
is
definitely
ins-
didn't.
Didn't
This
shake
is
out.
ins- 19th. So basically, he just messed up, right? And then he was out, and he didn't get a second chance. He dropped a bag or something. How did he have a
Dude,
26?
no idea. He got butt clapped. I don't know, dude. Look at 26
Yeah.
seconds. No one was that slow.
He had to cut the refrigerator loose. I don't know what it was, but he just looked a lot slower than everybody else on the.
He-
field.
Isn't
He's
his
just-
dad in
hey,
the NFL? What the fuck, Chandler?
He's saving it for the deadlift. He did not want to use energy here. He was like, "I'm winning the deadlift," and that's what he did.
So that's just an error. When someone's that bad, that's just an error. So he had an error, and that's kind of the issue or the problem or the good thing or the tension or the game day quality that a duel brings out. Hey, you either, if you're gonna win the an event, by an event I mean like the games or Rogue, and they're gonna have something like a duel in it, you either better win that or better be so fucking dominant in everything else that you can make a mistake there, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean these execution events, if you have an error, it's really, really costly. It was really costly for Tia.
Yeah.
Not to the extent for Chandler, but I mean, kind of the same extent if you consider what they're shooting for.
Yeah, well, that goes back to what JR was saying about the road climb, because when you have something like that in there, the chance for one of those mistakes increases like tenfold. Because now you miss the line, now they jump down wrong, there's a no rep, you go back to the rope. I mean, it just completely changes the event because of the opportunities for mistakes. And I would also point out that this is the second time that Rain and Rope had set up Danny to dominate a workout that wasn't necessarily just a power output workout, but then converted to a power output workout due to the weather.
Where? The games?
The game,
The alpaca.
Remember, it had that seated legless or
She
whatever.
didn't
and
win,
that
but
was
she got
fun.
like second. I think she got
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, exactly. But you would have never picked her to win that event with the seated legless rope climb.
She'd be one of the worst ones.
Exactly. And if this one still had the ropes to it, she wouldn't have been in the conversation in the same way that she was with
Agreed.
without it. Yeah.
Could they have put something else in, you guys?
Oh my God, they could have put 100
Handstand
fucking
walk.
things in.
Why are they so against handstand walking?
Who
Would
do you
that have
think
been hard?
hates
Would
it?
that have
was
been
a
hard to
big
change the
open
course
field,
and the
like
cameras?
30 feet
Well,
worth of
you got-
handstand walking.
You got to put something in that the cameras can still get their head wrapped around. The judges can. It's got to be
How-
something.
What? How does that change anything? It's the same as running.
No, a rope takes place. No, I'm just saying if they had to call an audible because of the rain and you're going to remove the rope, you have a section of area, right? That's, I don't know what a rope is, a 6x6 area that you have to perform something that could supplement or mimic or be a scaled version of a rope climb. Was there anything that they could have put in to keep the stimulus the same?
No, there was
That's what
nothing
I'm
they
saying.
could have put in to keep the stimulus the same, but the
Right.
handstand walk would have been an amazing thing to put there.
Okay, well, they obviously couldn't do that. They had already the cameras set up. They had the field set up. They didn't
No,
have.
You're
they
running
couldn't do
in the
that because
same
they couldn't do that
space.
because someone is stubborn. That's
all
the
the-
only reason.
Are all the events known? Is it going to show up later?
No, they've
It's
never
not
had it
gonna
at
show up
Rogue.
in
They've never had a
cleanup. It's not
handstand
gonna
walk.
we don't know cleanup. It's not gonna. I would be thoroughly shocked if it did.
Travis
never-
B. Danny is world class at legless.
This guy doesn't know shit.
Not as world class as the other girls.
Just kidding, Travis. Who do you think hates the handstand walk out of the group of programmers? Spieler, Bridges, Katie. Who's the reason why it's not showing up?
Bridges.
Really?
Bridges.
I think
Yeah.
he hates that, and I think he hates handstand push-ups too.
Look at if you follow his programming ever, it's only wall walks. That's all he puts in there for like inverted stuff.
Never handstand walks.
Never handstand walks, never handstand push-ups.
Wow. Yep. I was on the phone with JR earlier and I said that, and I speculated because I think he did a military program, and in the description is like, you will never do things like handstand push-ups, etc., because you would never see them in real life. They're not functional. But whereas if you're a competitive CrossFit athlete, you have to do them because you see them in competition. So I would assume when I read that, I was like, oh, he must hate handstand push-ups and handstand walking.
I think it's important to be inverted. It's taken me years to understand that, but I think it is. Hey, JR, has there ever been handstand walking at Rogue?
No.
Okay, and so they may have something. I see where we're going with this. And then Jedediah Snelson, is this a valid point? What he's saying, handstand walking would have been better with all the pulling they've done anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
But they
And it
did
would have
go,
been a
they
much
did
more
do shoulder
exciting
to
race.
overhead today.
They didn't do shoulder to overhead.
they went
did the
shoulder
handstand
overhead
push-ups,
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh,
Did
okay.
handstand push-ups today.
Okay.
which is still the amount of pulling they've done, and the handstand walk would have been an awesome race.
All right.
I was actually watching and like watching to see, and I know it was really overdone probably the last year or two in a lot of stages of competition, and people kind of got tired of it, but they had like that 30-foot space where there were like 10-foot blocks. What if they would have done like they come off the over under and they would have either done 10 back, 20 back, 30 back, run to the bag, like a shuttle, like a suicide type shuttle, or they would have just done 30, 30, 30 back to the bag. So it would just give it another 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 seconds of some athleticism and change of direction. It would just add a little bit more suspense to it.
Yeah,
I was just thinking of things that could have easily been inserted if they didn't. I mean, what I think is important to say is, if I'm them, I have a contingency plan for every workout. If something happens and it's super humid and we can't climb the pegboard because they're like ice, what are we going to use? Okay, cool. This is the backup plan. If we can't do this workout, what are we going to do? The contingency plan for this workout may have just been, if we can't climb the ropes, we just take the ropes out. Everyone good? Okay, fine.
I would have liked to have seen them move the sandbags, and you suggested this, JR, move the sandbags right to underneath where the rope would have been hung, so right after the logs, and you get off your log, you pick up the
carry it
sandbag,
all the
carry
way.
it, run back, carry it, run back, carry it, cross. Because at least then we get to see people fly across the line and eat shit with the bag in their hands like we did. Was that last year? That was awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
There's a hazard if you're going to put it in that thing, though. They could trip and
Yeah, for
break
sure.
their neck on that thing.
I
They
think
needed
they'd
some
have to get
pyrotechnics too.
They'd have to get rid of that. Whatever.
You just don't
thing
go
they
as
wanted to
fast.
put
You're not
out
gonna
there.
fucking trip and.
Are you do either of you guys do any of you guys have the event on? There's a strongman competition, and the guy who just won it, as he crossed the finish line, someone handed him a Bud Light and he drank it, and like right before your eyes turned into a woman. That was crazy.
He did.
I saw that too.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was nuts. I always suspected that.
He just went from a 6'7", 400-pound man into a 5'2" dainty woman. Saw
was
that.
crazy.
Crazy.
Bud Light, dude.
What was the point of the basket? Why were the athletes in this workout? Why were they putting it into that basket? Why not just throw it over a yoke or something? I couldn't figure out the point of that basket. Do we know?
Spectacle. I think they
I
tried to
know.
make it a spectacle.
It was a lot of work for not a lot of show.
It was underwhelming.
I wanted
it
like
took a lot
fireworks.
for them to set up. That volunteer team, like it was like 900 pounds of weights to counteract the sandbag. weight.
Traditionally, what is that thing for? I don't really understand that thing.
That was built specifically for this. I'm almost certain of it.
Did it get
got-
lower each time so you can load the bag
Oh
faster?
no!
No,
just
it
went
stayed
down
in the
to
same
last one.
spot. Right.
So it just stayed fixed into that last bag, and then that was enough to tip it.
So there were plates like counterbalancing it, keeping it elevated, and then as soon as the last bag hit, which was heavier than the plates, it fell down.
I'm watching the strongmen do it now. And then what would be the point of it falling down? Just to let you know it's done?
So yeah, exactly. But I wanted there should have been something to indicate that it was down, not because the angle isn't enough to be like, oh, that one's down. They
Right,
needed like
okay.
fucking a flamethrower or like
It lights a match.
something to actuate that it was.
Or just put it
completed.
over the yoke and make.
Dude,
it
what do you
simple,
think
man.
these guys
Like,
risk of-
You made that for nothing.
What do you think these guys' risk of cardiac arrest within the next 20 years is?
High.
Dude, you should see them walking around.
Yeah, like
It's a
something else I
lot.
was thinking about too, because the names are for a lot of these are really cool, and you can just see the name like seat at the bar, right? They're sitting down in a back squat. They're doing bar muscle ups. A lot of the names are really clever. I would have put so much money on that implement being in the cleanup because they're cleaning a sandbag,
Right.
and it's almost like they're putting it in a garbage can. Like it would
Yeah.
What
have
was
fit
that event called? What was
Yeah.
the one called instead?
The duel.
dual through.
Oh, the duel. Yeah.
So like when I saw that implement, I was just like, oh, they're probably going to be like loading different weight sandbags and like a medley or like a super fast sprint in the last event, just because of the name. So it'd be cool to see what the cleanup actually is. Is it a clean? Is it just something like, is it a squat clean to thruster? So they're doing clusters, they're cleaning it, then going up overhead with it. Like what's the name of the finale going to have to do with the actual movements?
Veronica, it looks cool. Is she in the back of a hearse right there? Is she smiling because someone died? What's going on back there?
It's like a just married car she's in.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 15th place, the former CrossFit Games champion had his best event with the duel. 2-time CrossFit Games champion, Dallin Pepper. Are we surprised?
No.
No.
It's who can move the sandbag the best, and Dallin Pepper is one of the better sandbag movers.
I mean that, and who could get up and over the logs like the most efficiently and move
I
forward.
think the
and
sandbag
he's
played a
athletic
bigger
enough
part,
for that.
though. I saw Travis Mayer be the last one to the bag and be almost the first one to the box.
Travis Mayer in 9th, 14th, 9th. He didn't like his consistency, and he goes to a 4th, taking him to 7th place with 300 points.
So I think we talked about Travis competing at Rogue 2 previous times, and I think both times getting a 6th. And how when we're looking at athletes and we're looking at what the programming will be like going into each year at Rogue, something that they are doing a great job of programming-wise, because the athletes kind of stay who they are, is they're staying true to the programming. The only reason why we can predict that someone like Travis is going to show up here and do really well, look at him, he's in 7th. He's finished 6th 2 other times, is because they kind of stay true to their MO and to their style of programming.
Who took 3rd at the CrossFit Games this year?
You're muted, John.
Oh, was it Roman?
Roman, Krinikov,
Roman.
And
And then
Vellner
Brent
took
was in
and
4th.
Vellner took 2nd.
and Adler was first. Yeah.
It's
So,
going to be
re-
interesting.
really,
Something we need to talk about on Sunday is what does this say about Adler and Roman and Pat, how they finish here, or what does it say about this event?
I think we need to let it shake out before we can.
I agree. Okay, let's go back over to the ladies and let's pick some let's pin down our winners for this. Let's do a top 3 for this deadlift thing. Let's add insult to injury. John, why don't you go first? John, we'll let you move yours around as you hear the rest of us talk, but you get to go first too.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Colin Brander first,
Mm-hmm.
Laura Horvath second,
Mm-hmm.
and Danny Spiegel third.
Taylor?
I've got Horvath, Colin Brander, then keep scrolling, Kazan.
Why do you guys think Laura does she have you seen big pulls on her IG?
She's a dude. She's huge. She's yoked.
All right.
She's pretty strong, Sevan.
Mr. Howell.
Laura, Danny, Christine.
Why not Gabby Magawa? She's built like a brick shit house.
No, dude, she's a little shrimp, dude.
She's a different brick than Laura.
Susan,
She's like a cobblestone. I would say Laura's like a cinder block.
Susan, who do you got?
I'm gonna put Danny first.
Me too.
I'm gonna put Colin Brander second, and then I'm gonna put Laura third.
Fuck no.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going there too. I'm jumping on that too. Who you got, Caleb? You only get one. Pick her, dude. Pick her. I dare you.
No.
I fucking dare you. Pick her. No one's picked her. Pick her.
No. Danielle
Sure.
Brandon.
No. Yeah,
Okay,
boy.
dickhead.
Oh my God. If Tia Toomey wins, then we will do the Tia Toomey wins. We will do the show naked.
Fuck.
I'm down.
What? No, dude.
Let me get to my hotel room, but I'm so down.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
This
that's
is
a
like
good
this
question.
is the
That's a good
closest
question.
thing John's ever done to porn.
What? It would be probably.
This is nuts that no one's picking Tia. This is
Hey, what
just
place
stop
will Tia-
watching. Everyone tune out of this show. These are guys who don't know shit.
What place will Tia Toomey be in the deadlift? I'm gonna say 7th.
That's what I was gonna. I would say top 10 for
God.
sure. but
Top
not-
5. Easily top
No,
5.
pick a place.
I'm going 4th. I'm going right below all my picks.
I'm right with Sevan. I'll go 4th.
I'll go
Nine.
6th.
Wow.
Taylor.
Oh, picking Tia's place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, 420 on the points. What a G. I think, to be honest, probably 5th on the deadlift.
Did you say Caleb yet?
He said 9th.
I'll say 9.
Oh
He's
my
got 9th.
God. He been smoking the wacky tobacco at the Rogue. Hey, you
I
smelled
really-
any weed there? You smelled any weed?
Yeah, dude.
Serious?
Ho-
Isn't it
yeah,
a
my
weekend?
hotel stinks of it.
No, but I mean at the
Really?
Rogue Invitational, you smell any weed? The
Oh,
strongmen probably smoke a lot of weed.
No way.
No?
No, it's just like
Edibles.
there's just like a stench. It's not really like a weed smell though.
You pick winners for guys.
Wyatt Be Gay, Tia is gonna deadlift 435 and make y'all look silly. Earlier, Blade said was guessed a 405. Eaton Beaver says she'll get third. And RB kissing up to Danny to get her on the show. You have changed. Oh, please suck it.
Is he talking to me?
I don't know who he's talking to.
I'll take it.
You can blow me either way. Even if it was meant as a compliment, you can blow me. Okay, let's go to the boys. Pat Vellner, Brent Fikowski, Bjorgvin, Carl Goodmanson, Jeffrey Adler, Noah Olson, Roman Krennikov. Oh, let's talk about Roman before we pick this. How pissed is Roman? I think Roman's pissed. He is not happy.
Do you think the log? Do you think the log was holding him back psychologically from the games?
I don't put it.
That's how he rolled his ankle.
When he jumped
I
in the
don't-
bag.
Oh,
And he was just a little tentative about it, and that's why he was so slow.
Right.
I don't put it past that at all.
I mean, dude, he broke his fucking foot on it at the games. If
Yeah.
I'm him, I'm like, I'm gonna not maybe go that hard and break my foot this time.
Or land on one foot, and it's just a half a second slower than everybody else.
That's valid.
hey, is there some guy named Hooper?
Mitchell Hooper, strong.
Oh,
man.
I keep thinking that. I keep thinking
He's the
that people are.
strongest man in the world.
Oh, okay. People keep thinking confusing him with Jason Hopper. Every time I'm like Hooper, I'm like, why do they keep calling Hopper Hooper?
No, Mitchell Hooper's the guy who chugged the beer.
Oh, that guy turned himself into a girl? That's killer. Strongman / magician.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Biologist.
Anyone have any thoughts on what's going on with Roman? Are you guys just going to give me the same old line? Hey, it's Rogue. It's different. Rogue is different.
No,
I feel like he's lucky to be
fine.
there.
There's still a lot of action. I think John has said a couple times that he's going to be a lot of people's pick on that up and back chipper with the lunge. We still don't know what the finale is. So, I mean, he's still got some opportunities to hit some home runs.
I
To
bet he
win,
gets
no?
third place. Third place at the end of the weekend.
No
And then
way.
He's fine.
No way. He's lucky to be there at this point. He'll be like top 10. He'll probably sit at 6 the whole time.
DBE. Hey,
Oh, shit.
let me ask you this too, JR, before we pick
Is it because he's Russian, Caleb?
pick the winners. Look how
No.
spread out these scores are compared to like the games. Go to the top 3. Let me see the top 3. If we were looking at the top 3 at the games, you would not see I guess Vellner's doing it.
Well, remember,
Vellner's acting like a games champ.
I mean,
Mhm.
it looks this way, but if someone takes a first and then takes a 10th, it doesn't feel like it's that different. But with only a field of 20, that's a huge amount of points.
It's much different.
So it's going to keep appearing.
Why? What's
like,
it at the games? What's the field? 40?
40.
10th place would
Okay.
be a 70 points.
Okay. As opposed to 50.
Yeah.
Is that why you're saying? But still, not even just looking at the points. I mean, look at Brent Fikowski, a 14th, a 15th, and a 10th.
Okay, so you're looking at the finishes, not the spread.
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. It says something about the programming at Rogue, right?
Oh, the back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the programming.
All right. That would be. We'll be doing a shut up and scribble next week. Discussing.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of scared to do one of those on this. I didn't know Katie knew my name, dude. I didn't know she knew my fucking name.
She got your digits, fool.
You're marked for execution at this point.
You think you guys think I'm sniffing up the wrong tree, or there is something here? Yeah, this is they got a broader scope of tests than the games.
I mean, I just think it's really cool that you see every single person on the screen has something lower than 10th.
That's
So
crazy.
this
Yeah,
is the
that's
best-
wild.
So this is the best in the world, but the programming is broad enough to where you'll still find something that the best in the world are not the best at comparatively to the other 19, which is cool.
Hey, and let me say this also about this that you guys have taught me. These are all relatively, except for the last one, time domains. You would see if it was a bunch of 2-minute workouts, you could explain it away, right? Because the differences would just be tenths of seconds. But it's these are all longer workouts, generally speaking. By longer, I mean over. Have there been any workouts under 3 minutes? besides this last one? 4 minutes? 5 minutes?
No, just this last
No.
one.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that
Holy
Francis.
shit!
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Francis Ngannou knocked him down. It's the 7th time he's been knocked down in his career.
Holy shit! I'm reading
Under
Ngannou.
a minute.
Francis Ngannou just knocked down Tyson Fury. Wow.
It's pretty good too. Caught him with a left hook.
You saw it?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
You paid for it?
No, I don't pay for that shit.
Dude, what's your pirate service?
Oh
Can you send
my
that to me?
god!
I'll send it to you,
I
Taylor.
can't even believe I'm not watching this.
That's so.
Put it in the private chat. Is it in the private chat? Okay. Let's pick the winners for the dudes.
That's amazing.
Just so you know, down at the bottom, I'll give you guys some names down at the bottom so you guys can see some of these other dudes. Yanikoski's out. Garrett Clark, Tudor Magda, Lazar Jukic, Victor Hoffer, Dallin Pepper, Bailey Martin, Will Morad, Jay Crouch, Chandler Smith, Mr. Hosty, Mr. Hopper, Ricky Mack, Travis Mayer, Roman Krenikoff, Noah Olson, Jeffrey Adler, BKG, Brent Fikowski, Pat Vellner. John, you go first again. Lead the way, buddy.
Top 3 or just one?
Yeah, let's go top 3.
I'm going to say Chandler for the win, Patrick Vellner for second, and I'm going to go Dallin Pepper for third.
Wow.
Over
Wow.
Travis. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You taking notes, Sevan?
I just picked mine. I hope they're the same as Sousa's. I want to be the same as Sousa. Okay. Go ahead. Taylor, go ahead.
I've got Vellner, Chandler.
You think Vellner's going to beat Chandler?
I've got Vellner, Chandler, and then I think in third place is Roman.
Wow. Okay.
Well, stanky leg, huh?
I don't have any of your guys that you've picked in my 3 yet.
You probably have Victor Hoffer, you nerd.
No, but I did. I should have stuck with Hoffer on that other one when you guys were bad mouthing him in the snatch workout.
If
So
Vellner
then-
beats Chandler in this deadlift, that would be the biggest dick of a move ever.
Sevan definitely has Adler in his top 3. There's no question.
I don't. But now you're making me think. You wait to see who I have. Okay, go ahead, Jer.
I'm gonna go Chandler, Vellner, Travis.
Chandler.
Chandler.
You have Chandler, Vellner, and who? And Travis.
Travis Mayer. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you have, Sousa?
I got first place. I got Chandler. Second place, I'm going with Vellner, and then for third place, I got Travis Mayer.
I have Tudor, Hopper, and then Travis.
Oh, you're high. All good though. Hey, maybe Tudor's a good pick. Tudor's a good pick. Actually.
Tudor, Hopper, Travis.
That's a good pick. Tudor's a good pick.
And the only thing that scares me is I know Vellner's a fucking competitor. He'll fucking rip his arms
Not
off.
one person has said Jeff Adler.
Yeah, he's not, dude. He's not got it. He lost.
He pulled 567 in 2020.
That's what I was
Think
gonna
he's
ask you. Yeah, at the ranch, what did he pull?
567. You think he's stronger now?
Yeah,
Pat-
Vellner
and-
pulled 595.
Well,
And-
no,
yeah,
he didn't.
when-
He didn't
in
do it that year.
2018.
But yeah,
And you don't
Yeah, I
think
know.
Vellner's gotten stronger?
Do you think someone's gonna pull
I'm not
600?
arguing with you. I'm talking
Oh,
about Jeff
fuck
Adler.
yeah, there's going to be guys that pull 600.
Who?
Wow.
Who?
Vellner,
Chandler's gotten 625 before.
I was gonna say Chandler for sure.
they both will.
Jeremy
I would say-
World,
I
Sevan
agree.
ate
I
his
agree.
weed.
I
Or
think they both
both
did.
did. I think he
I want to
took
say
an
I've
eight-
seen
I
a
think-
video. I want to say I've seen a video of Travis double overhanding like 530 or 540 for like 5, like something
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. He's going
Yeah,
over.
Chandler did make the log look easy last year, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Watch
He-
Vellner, dude. Just watch.
And he's got some grunt.
I would love it,
that
Taylor.
raw
I would
strength,
love
he's gonna chew
Vellner
that ladder up.
to beat Chandler.
He can grind it out.
Yeah, because
Mm.
I'm thinking it's gonna be those top end bars because they got to go in order like that. So they're gonna have to lift multiple times at the top end of their strength.
Why does he have 2 kitty cats on his chest now?
I know he's got 4
They're
kids.
titty cats. Titty cats.
Kitty cats. He's got the titty
Titty
cats, baby.
We have no idea when the deadlift event is.
I thought it was at.
I think it's a 6:10 local.
Okay,
So
so
9
that's in
minutes.
9 minutes. All right.
9 minutes.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Mr. Thumb, thank you. Self-made training program. John Young, JY Barbell, JR Howell, CrossFit Crash. Then the 3 guys who run the Sevan Podcast down on the bottom. Caleb is on site. Balloons.
JR's tooth.
See, nice. See you guys after.